This episode was mostly good. Let's talk about it. First things first, the Lannisters actually have lions. I thought their banner was more or less a metaphor, so this was pretty surprising to me. Next up, I'm just gonna go ahead and blame Rhaenyra for Sir Steffan Darkland's death. She should have at least given this guy a heads up that grabbing the hilt of your sword when first seeing the dragon you're trying to tame is not a good idea. Maybe advise him not to get in a fighting stance when approaching the dragon.
He needs her to approach confidently. Nerves will trigger him.
You're still tentative and nervous? This is a dog that is very sensitive, and he will bite when he's scared. And if she is calm and assertive, he will trust her and he won't bite her. Don't get too close in the beginning, like don't have your hand too close to the neck.
It's my fault.
This dude gets a dragon, and because of the extremely clever foreshadowing in a previous scene,
stop wasting your life waiting for something that'll never come.
I had no clue that this was gonna happen.
Open the door!
Daemon blames my favorite strongman for continually tripping Sack and Harrenhal.
Or are you perhaps the culprit who has been tampering with my peace? A friend by day and a foe by night.
To what end?
To mine, perhaps.
Like he would have any fucking clue why you were losing your mind right now.
May I be of assistance, always?
Maybe turn your attention to the witch who is constantly talking to you when no one else is around. Not this kindly old man.
What are you playing at, old man?
Also, some people may try to claim that my Alice the Witch theory is debunked
The ghost, the curses, the blasted weirwood bed, I'm done with it.
because of this line.
Our own healer, Alice Rivers, volunteered her renowned skills.
But I'm still not convinced. I promise in the next 2 episodes, we'll see some random lady be introduced as Alice Rivers, and Daemon's gonna go, "You're not Alice." And then it will be revealed that the Alice Rivers that Daemon has been talking to is actually a ghost. But honestly, who gives a fuck? I highly suggest that you like and subscribe to my channel for the good of the realm. Let's talk about Aemond. I like watching Aemond take charge as King Regent. I think it's really fun. And this episode has him make some real power plays. He kicks his mom off the council.
You have the impetuousness of youth. And its arrogance. Neither of which is to be desired
I
in a
release
king.
you of your seat, such as it was. Sure you'll be much pleased to return to more domestic pursuits. You have the gratitude of the crown.
He puts Larys in his place.
Every king needs a hand. Make it your responsibility.
My prince, it is an honor I've never considered for myself.
Not to serve as hand, you towed to fetch him. Send word to Otto Hightower. My grandsire may be overcautious, but his devotion to his family has never been in doubt. You'll see it done.
This scene made me so happy. And he makes sure that Aegon doesn't rat on him for the attempted murder in a very Tony Soprano-esque fashion. This scene really reminded me of that time that Tony tried to press Phil Leotardo for some money.
I'll see my brother. Alone.
Jesus Christ. Mister, you okay in there? You want from me, you fucking cocksucker? Where's my fucking money?
You challenged Meleese. It was foolish.
What do you think, I'm an asshole? Huh?
No.
Huh? No, I can't hear you. No! You got 24 hours. Call 911, they're on their way. It's all right.
The episode also tries its best to do a riot scene, but ends up feeling like a cheap knockoff of what we got in Game of Thrones.
Not really relevant then, is it?
I don't know if this was intentional, but the Game of Thrones riot scene that this reminded me of
Come, dog.
also takes place in Season 2, Episode 6. This mob is meant to convince me that they are actually willing to commit the violence that I would expect from a starving and enraged group of commoners.
There's no food. The small folk are starving, and so there's no wonder that they see the royals come in their cart and all their finery, and it's such a slap in the face to them. It's very Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake. It's cause for revolt.
Yet look at the way they just kind of stand around the royals when they're pinned against this wall. This mob is supposed to convince me that Alicent and Helena nearly lost their lives.
The effects of Aegon and now Aemon's reign have bubbled over and nearly take her and Helena's life.
And to add insult to injury, look at this terrible background actor as Alicent and Helena make their escape. He's smiling, while everyone around him looks either angry or concerned. This dude is smiling like he's having a grand old time shooting the angry mob scene. This guy had a blast filming on the set of the House of the Dragon.
You're a fucking cunt.
The last thing I want to talk about is this sexually charged hug. First off, this hug lasts an entire 20 fucking seconds, as if 3 seconds wouldn't have been long enough. Then for God knows what reason, the actors thought it felt organic to just start making out, like there had been any sort of romantic buildup at all between these two characters. This scene was fucking stupid. And you know what pissed me off even more? The fact that Rhaenyra looks ashamed after it happens for really long.
Shame.
You want to make Rhaenyra seem like she can actually fucking lead? You want to make her seem like she's not just some stupid damsel?
And to what extent is there a degree of threat in watching two women begin to guide the path to war?
Well, then don't make her look ashamed in front of someone walking in, didn't even see him make out. What the fuck is this? This is stupid. It's fucking dumb. Bad acting. Bad acting, that's what I have to say. And also, they only started hugging because this fucking lady, I don't even remember her name. Honestly, her character bothers me, and I don't even want to get into that right now.
The prince is in Flea Bottom when no one is to be trusted. I'd best secrete him somewhere safe, in case they come looking for him.
But she's talking about how she was basically a sex slave.
I was still a child. He had his pleasure with me.
And then got impregnated by some fucking dude, then got stabbed so that the baby would get aborted, and that's how this hug started? That's how the sexual buildup started? Are you fucking kidding me? A story about a lady basically getting raped and then almost murdered? Like, what the fuck? How does that lead to making out? I just don't understand it. I hated the scene. The scene sucked. The scene was terrible. God damn it. Alright, but the majority of this episode was very good, so let's end on a positive note. Last thing I'm gonna mention. Larys denies Aegon medicine and then just spills his heart out about his childhood trauma.
I came screaming into the world from the bowels of one of Harren's great towers.
And Aegon looks like he's in severe pain the entire time Larys is just rambling on and on. And Larys is then basically like, oh, you're gonna be a cripple just like me the rest of your life, and no one's gonna respect you, and your brother wants to kill you. And Aegon says, as if we're supposed to interpret that as Aegon looking for help, but at the same time, it could just be that he wants his damn medicine.
The king will be most eager for his draft in an hour.
I think this is left for interpretation. I like this scene, and I'm not saying that it was poorly done or anything like that. But I am saying that, you know, maybe Aegon just wants his damn medicine. Maybe he didn't hear a damn word of what Larys was fucking talking about. Maybe he's just in a lot of pain. Maybe Larys chose the wrong moment to try to strike a chord with Aegon. Maybe this wasn't the right time to try to sway him on his side because, you know, of all the, you know,
you toad,
after getting called a toad and whatnot. So that's it. This is a good episode though. Fun episode.